How's it going, folks? Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everyone who's been celebrating recently. I hope you had a good day. Hope you enjoyed it no matter what the circumstances. But if you're seeing this, and I hope you have a happy new year as well. So as you probably saw, I came out tonight with the hot tent, and if you remember my last video, the hot tent wasn't so successful for me. And after that video, Winnerwell actually reached out, and they wanted to send me a stove to try, and that's what they did. They sent me the Woodlander double view. So this is it's a large version, it's their biggest one, and this is the newer version with the 2 viewing windows on the side. It's windy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. I've got 2 thermometers, one for inside the tent, one for outside the tent. It's not supposed to be, well, it's not that cold right now, but tonight it's going to be about 13 degrees and the wind's supposed to be up around 15 miles an hour, so it'll probably be pretty chilly. So like I say, we'll set up one thermometer inside the tent, see how warm it is, and then we'll have another thermometer out here somewhere so we can check, see how cold it is outside versus inside. So thank you to Winnerwell. I'm looking forward to trying it. I'm looking forward to showing you guys how it goes, how it works. It's a lot bigger than the other one I had, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm not going to have to cut down any wood to stick it in there, but we might have to, we'll see. But yeah, we're going to get it in the tent and get it set up and see how it goes. I would like to point out, I did already open this at home to double check everything was there and inside it, so you should do the same before you bring it out. And then I reboxed it because it's easier. There we go. The nice thing about this stove is it's all one solid piece. It is heavy. It's probably, I think it weighs like 33 pounds, so it is heavy, but it all comes in one solid piece. There's no putting it together, hence the reason why I'm obviously truck camping with it, because I couldn't backpack this thing. But the legs fold out, and that's really it in terms of putting the body of the stove together, which is nice. The other nice thing about this stove is all the stovepipe sections store inside it, but Winnerwell did also send me this heat protector. I guess it's a triple walled stovepipe piece that goes through the stove jack, depending on what hot tent you have. What depends on whether you'll need to use this or not, I guess. But I'm going to use it just in case because it's quite a small tent. One of the stovepipe pieces has a built-in damper, which is nice, and obviously that's going to be the first piece that goes in the stove. And then I think for me the next piece will be the triple wall piece. Yeah. Okay. One of these sections has the spark arrestor inside. You'll be able to see it up inside there. There's a bar running across, and you just take it and pull it out. I don't know how many pipe sections it needs, but I'm just going to do as many as I have, because the more clearance from the tent I can get, the better. And it does have tie outs up in the spark arrestor, but I don't think I'll need it. Feels like it should be okay, but we'll see. One thing one of you mentioned last time in the comments, I had these straight down before, but you told me try crossing them so it holds a bit more of the heat in, so we're going to do that this time, see how that works, so it's not venting as much out of the top. The other thing you guys had mentioned on the previous hot tent video was trying to use a cot to get myself up off the ground and more into where the heat, because the heat rises. So I borrowed this from my in-laws camp. I'm going to try it and see if that works any better. Frick me! Ow! Boy, did that hurt. I'm not doing that again. Mother. Well, it's blowing a hoolie outside, but it's nice and warm in here. It's pushing 70 degrees right now, which is nice. I mean, when I went to check the ice, I left the damper all the way open and the air intake all the way open, and I closed the door. And I came back and it was like 85 degrees in here, so I had to close that down a little bit. I had to close the air intake. I had to leave the door open. I left the door open and it was still 60 degrees in here with the thing turned down, so it has been creeping up slowly since I got in and shut the door. But it's nice, it feels good. I was a little apprehensive to accept it originally. If you watch the channel, I don't really do a lot of products from companies. I don't really have a lot of companies send me products. I have emails every day from companies wanting me to use their products and try them out, but I don't like doing it just because I feel like then it dictates where my content goes, and then I feel like if there's something that I like better than what they've sent me, it's just kind of, you know, it's one of those things. I don't like doing it, but I'm really happy I did with this. I'm really happy. You know, I brought the bags of pre-cut wood, pre-split logs. They like you to do that here. I don't know what it's like in every state, but here they have, with these types of campsites, the ones where you can drive in, which they're quite popular obviously in the summer. This is kind of like more like what I envision hot tent camping to be for me personally, is setting up a, you know, getting it set up, getting it nice and warm, spending a couple of days doing something like ice fishing or hunting. So yeah, I brought the wood and it fits nicely. It fits perfectly. I didn't have to cut it down like I did the other stove. The whole log fit perfectly in the stove. Like I say, it got nice and warm. The setup was quick, it was easy, it was simple, and I'm very happy with it. Even if I'd purchased the thing, I would be extremely happy with it. It's, you know, it's definitely worth the money. The other stove, I was kind of like, you know, I didn't really feel like the quality was there and the money you were spending on it. It is a different stove, don't get me wrong, it's more for backpacking, but in terms of the design of this thing, it's solid. And a lot of you actually recommended after my last hot tent video to look at the Winnerwell stoves, and luckily they reached out. And yeah, I mean, this is great. You can see with the little windows, you can see the fire inside. The thing gets nice and hot. It boiled the kettle real quick, and like I say, it's nice and toasty warm in here. A lot warmer than it was last time, that's for sure. There's still a couple of little gaps at the bottom where I can feel the breeze coming in. I can fill those in with snow, but I don't think, like I say, it was hot in here really, and I don't think I'll have a problem keeping it nice and warm in here tonight, even when it gets down to, like, you know, cold. But we'll see what it's like. I'll keep you informed. She's a windy. She was snowing pretty good as well. In true me fashion, I did have a bunch of stuff to make a stir fry, which I got yesterday and then proceeded to leave in the fridge by accident. Brought everything else but that. But there you go. Hot dogs it is. I do enjoy a good hot dog. mustard as well for those who hated on me for wanting to put ketchup on them. But yeah. I mean, you can't beat it. Simple food, it's easy. What's not to like? I would say, I can't say I'm not nervous about that nuisance bear sign, but it is cold enough. It's almost the new year, it's almost January, so I'm sure most bears now will be in their bed. They have to be. Can't imagine they'd be coming round here, especially in this weather when it's this cold and it's this windy. But yeah, it's been a good day. I'm impressed with the stove, very impressed with the stove. Don't be surprised if you see two versions of this video, because I'm thinking about starting to do my normal version and then do a shorter ASMR version without any speaking in it. The reason being is the most comments that I get, well actually no, the most comments I get are from subscribers who like my videos and like that, but from people who are non-subscribers, the most comments I get are you either talk too much or you don't talk enough. So I can understand it. I mean, I don't watch the videos where people don't speak just because I watch videos as much for the people as for the content. But I can understand if English isn't your first language and then you're watching a video and then all of a sudden I start talking for like 4 minutes or something, I don't know. I can imagine that wouldn't be the most exciting, but also, I don't know, I figure why not try it. But yeah, I think my bet is it's hot in here right now. Yeah, it's pushing 90 degrees in here, which is too hot. But that's what happens every time I put a new log in. It gets real hot and then it cools down a little bit. I'm gonna eat this, gonna relax, go to sleep, and I will probably see you guys in the morning. It's coming down pretty good. But it don't matter. We're nice and cozy warm. Well, good morning. As you can probably see, it's pretty cold in here now. It's much colder than that outside, but right now it's right at 0 in here anyway. 32. It's my fault. It was fine all night. I woke up about 3 times and would just put another log on the stove and it would go for quite a while actually. I must have fallen asleep at 11 and then didn't wake up again till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. It was still warm enough, it was probably about 55 degrees. Threw another log in, got it cranking again. But the last log I put on, I left the damper wide open and I guess it burnt real hot real quick. It must have done because it was warm and I was fast asleep, and then yeah, it burned so quick that it burnt all the coals in there, so I couldn't just throw another log in. I'd have to get all my have to relight it with a fire starter and all that stuff, but that's fine because I don't want it, obviously I don't want the stove to be hot when I try and take it down and put it in the truck. But it's also, I kinda would have liked it to be warm in here when I got out of the sleeping bag. That's the whole point of having the stove, I guess, but oh well, just gonna have to do it. Just gonna have to Suck it up. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice and warm in here. It wasn't bad at all. It was very comfortable. Stove worked out excellently. And I'm happy. I'm happy. Winnerwell, Woodlander, double view, large. Thank you to those guys. And if you like this, give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out some of my other videos. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.